हम लोगों ने स्टार्टअप करी थी, वहां पर किसी को कोई भी डाउट है तो पहले पूछ सकता है. इफ एनीवन इज हैविंग डाउट रिगार्डिंग यस्टरडे, so they can simply ask me. And the persons who had sent me the answers, बिल्कुल सही जवाब था आपका. ठीक है, जितने भी लोगों ने मुझे आंसर्स भेजे सबका जवाब सही था. किसी
Excuse
के
me,
यहाँ
sir.
से
Hello.
शोर आ रहा है. भगत, हाँ भगत बताओ.
Yeah, sir. Actually, I've been absent in yesterday's session. Can you just give me a quick glance as what you said in yesterday?
Yesterday we have simply done the Cisco Packet Tracer. If you are having a laptop or mobile, you can download the software or application Cisco Packet Tracer. And we have simply
Cisco
discussed
packet
about the
tracer.
Cisco Packet Tracer, and we have simply discussed about the
Yep.
networking device, that is router. So we have simply discussed
Yes.
about the router, that what is a router, how can you configure the router on Cisco Packet Tracer, a simple IP, what is different type of mode, or what a different type of terminal whenever you open a router actually, or you gain access inside a
Yes.
router. Okay, no
Yep.
worries in
Thank
that.
you
I
very
would
much.
be trying to upload all the video sessions on the channel, so it might help you guys also.
Yes.
And I would be trying to select at
Yes.
utmost top 10 students, top 10 students, or maybe, because this is one batch and there is another batch which is basically going from Russia and China. Okay, so you guys are from India, I'm also from India, so that's why I particularly base the timing of the Indian Standard Time around 11:30 a.m. So after this, we are having another batch which is from Russia and China. So according to their time, I have set the time schedule. So I would be trying to upload the videos on the YouTube channel so that you guys can simply see that what is going on, right? If anyone is having issues, like we are having some persons, I'm not getting their name, Aparijita and the girls actually which are in this class. So if they can simply shut off their camera. That's not a big deal for them actually. But if you guys are having some issues or problems or queries, you can simply raise up your hand. अगर आपको कोई भी डाउट या कोई भी इश्यू होता है तो जूम का एक फीचर होता है रेज अप योर हैंड, तो आप उसको कर लो. मैं समझ जाऊंगा कि आपको कोई क्वेश्चन पूछना है, ठीक है. लेकिन जब मैं कुछ बोल रहा हूँ तो यार बीच में कोशिश करना कि इंटरप्ट मत करना, क्योंकि फिर दिमाग फोकस से हट जाता है, ठीक है. So this is my request, and now we are simply going to start up for the today's session. And for the yesterday questions, जो questions कल दिए थे, the persons who had sent me the answers is totally perfect and fine. I think so that 225 and 1440 is going to be the sum notation and the another one. So that was totally perfect, ठीक है. जितने भी लोगों ने आंसर्स भेजे सबका परफेक्ट है. अब सबने एक दूसरे से टीपा है या सब लोगों ने एक दूसरे से पूछा है तो वो वैल्यू नहीं करता. The answers are important. Okay. Now, coming for the important topic of today is that what do you mean by the number systems in cybersecurity and why we need to learn about number systems. Number system का क्या use है cyber security में और हमें इसको क्यों पढ़ना चाहिए. So first of all, कंप्यूटर ही जो होता है, कंप्यूटर एक ऐसी मशीन है जो कि सिर्फ एक चीज को समझती है, 0 एंड 1 को. आप कोई भी हैकिंग की स्क्रिप्ट उठाते हो या कोई भी एक ऐसी चीज उठाते हो गिटहब से या स्टैक ओवरफ्लो कम्युनिटी से या कहीं से भी कोई भी चीज अपने कंप्यूटर में डाउनलोड या अपलोड तक करते हो, वो 0 या 1 की भाषा में ही होता है. ये सबको पता है. या गीता, सत्य सूर्य.
Sir, I am not. I don't know Hindi. Will you please explain in English also?
Now please don't say me in the third language to say in Tamil or Telugu also. I won't be able to do that, right? I would be trying my best to
No,
speak.
sir. English is
No,
preferable
no,
to me.
no, no.
English is comfortable.
I'm just saying that I'm trying both actually. So Hindi and English, I'm speaking both actually for you guys so that it would be comfortable for you. Okay. Now coming, first of all, I'm explaining in Hindi, then in English. So wait a while. So Hindi वालों के लिए ये है कि नंबर सिस्टम्स में 0 एंड 1 का यूज होता है. कोई भी चीज आप डाउनलोड अपलोड MP3 प्लेयर या कुछ भी आप प्ले करते हो, पॉज करते हो, कोई भी एक्शन आप कंप्यूटर में लोगे वो 0 एंड 1 की भाषा में ही होगा, ठीक है. उसके अलावा कुछ नहीं होता. 0 एंड 1 इतना इंपॉर्टेंट है कंप्यूटर में कि आप कुछ भी, अगर आपके पास कोई भी चीज एनक्रिप्ट होके आती है, जैसे कि आपको वो चीज पढ़नी नहीं आती, जैसे अगर हम सीजर सिफर टेक्स्ट की बात करें जो कि क्रिप्टोग्राफी है, या अगर मैं ये बोलूं कि मैं किसी का भी एक एग्जांपल ले लेता हूँ. सपोज एक एग्जांपल लेते हैं, कोई वर्ड है ABC. सपोज देयर इज अ वर्ड ABC and that is written as BCD. Okay, try to understand me. Suppose if I'm going to take a name or a letter like something, I'm just writing it here so that it would be easy. Let's take an example that is dog. and this is written as EPH. This is very, very important. Sometimes what happen is that if a person, suppose if there are two persons, me and one more hacker, we can say, or one more teacher or a cybersecurity expert, and we guys are communicating with each other personally, privately. That means no one can understand that कि हम लोग क्या एक दूसरे से बात कर रहे हैं. So suppose if I want to send him hello, instead of hello, I can simply write IFMMP. I think so that I'm perfect, or I think so that it's true or correct. So what I have done is I have just make one step ahead of each letter. I have taken H at the position of H. I have taken one letter ahead of H. So after H, I think so it comes I. After E, I think so it's come F, L, M, and O. After O, it's come P. So instead, I'm sending him hello. I'm going to send him IFMMP. ठीक है, तो जो पर्सन होगा सामने वाला, वो इस कोड को क्या करेगा, डिक्रिप्ट करेगा. दैट मीन्स व्हाट द पर्सन हैज सेंट मी. So this is a security technique. Now I'm not saying you have to use +1 only. That's totally up to you. याद रहे कि this plus one is known as to be the key. This +1 is known as to be the key between the two persons. अगर ये key है, if this key is available between both of you, the hacker and the other person, then you can encrypt as well as decrypt. Otherwise, if you don't know what is the combination of key, then you can't. Common sense. It's a common sense that if you are having a key, you can encrypt as well as decrypt. But if you are not having a key, you don't know the key, you can decrypt any data. So suppose if I want that I can take +6, that means after H, you have to go 6 letters ahead. And after E, you have to go 6 letters ahead. So by this, the key is working as a very important role. So this is known as to be the key function. And otherwise, we can also take -7. Sorry. So we can take -7. That means before H, you have to go 7 letters back of H. So the same happens with E, L, L, and O. So this is a very basic cryptographical structure. This is not a very complex. This is known as to be the Caesar cipher. Caesar cipher text. And this portion basically comes under your cryptography. Now, as usual, Caesar cipher is having lots and lots of different variations. This is a very basic variation. That is your alphabetical variation with the key, right? So now you basically know, of course, now many of you were saying that we are having public key, private keys. Now I'm not talking about that keys. Okay, I'm just talking about the very, very basic key. That what do you mean by the keys in these messages or whatever the things you send between the groups or the guys. So I think so that this is perfect. And now we are having the number system, decimal numbers, binary numbers, octal numbers, and hexadecimal numbers. Decimal numbers are the numbers which are having the base 10 that can be between 0 to 9. I know that many of you already know about these things, but still if some of you don't know, जिनको नहीं आता है, then I'm going to tell them that the numbers start from 0 to 9. That means any number can be there, like 1, 2. Now I'm on my mouse, so I know that it's not going to be written very, very perfect. And the base is going to be 10. That means any number which is having in the bracket and the base is 10. So this is a common sense of decimal numbers. Okay, and for the binary numbers, we are having the limit of 0 and 1, which is known as to be the very important section in the computers. That means binary numbers, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, and bracket base 2. So this is known as to be the binary numbers. That means the numbers, the result, the questions will only have 2 digits. That means 0 and 1 only. 2, 3, 4, 5, no negative number, no another number apart from 0 and 1. The same now goes with the octal. That means the numbers can be between 0 and 7. Any number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, bracket base 8. The same goes with hexadecimal, 16, 0 to 9, A to F. Now 0 to 9 is simple. But after 9, we are having A, B, C, D, F. A, B, C, D. And at last, we are having F. So A particularly means 10. B means 11. C means 12. D means 13. After E, we are having 14. And this number means F means 15. So if you compare from 0 to 15, so we are having how many digits? 16 numbers. From 0 to 15, we are having 16 digits in overall. The base is going to be 16 as usual. So this is a very basic structure, not so much difficult. Now, after that, we are going in the number system. I'm not going to tell about these functions, but the important one is that if somehow you get a decimal number, as you can see, we are having a base 10, which is a normal number, a decimal number. So if you want to expand this number, ठीक है, अगर आपको इसको expand करना है, so after decimal, whatever the numbers we are having, the very basic, the very first step is that whatever the number, you have to multiply the base number with each digit. मतलब जो base है आपका, उसको आपको हर digit के साथ आपको multiply कर देना, पहला step. Second step, the numbers which are after decimal, the powers are going to be started from -1. You can see after the decimal, the number which we are having 5 and 5. So they are having the power -1, -2, and -3. This is the concept of every different type of variation, like binary also, octal also, or hexadecimal also. The numbers which are starting before decimal, ऐसे number जो decimal से पहले start हो रहे हैं, they are having the power 0, not 1. So this is important to remember. The numbers which are starting after decimal, power is going to start from -1. The numbers which are starting before decimal, they are going to have power as 1. So you 0, sorry, 0, and then we are having 1. So you can simply solve this whole equation in your own, and you can simply get the answer also. The same goes with here. Now you can see we are having binary base 2. The same goes with here. After decimal, we are having 1. So 2 power -1, -2, -3. Then 0, 1, 2, and 3. Right? The same goes with hexadecimal. Now you can see we are having A. So at the position of A, what can you write? Simply 10. Okay, but it is like written in a alphabetical order, so you can also write in that. So at the position of A, you can write 10. So that's not a big deal. Octal number system, same, as you can see that the base is 8, and the same goes with these particular functions also. Now, the arithmetical operation is very, very important in the decrypting the data actually. Suppose if you get a list of binary code 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, and now you have to decrypt that. Okay, so we are having different type of functions to solve that what is actually the meaning of these binary code. Okay, many of you have listened that while hacking, a person basically gets a binary code. So in actual, binary code simply means that when you are making a script or a program in Python, so there is some possibility that you are using binary codes in that Python language as well. So I'm trying to start the Python language also from next week. So hopefully we would be watching that what is the basic structure of Python. Okay. Now, before this, that you can see that this is a binary number. This is also a binary number. This is an addition sign. Now, many of you will say that 1 + 1 is 2, but of course that is 0. As I've told you, in binary number, the answers, the questions can only come in 0 and 1 only, nothing else. So how can we solve? So we are having a PDF, I think so here. Yep. So we are having binary as 0 + 0. This is the universal rule for binary additions. 0 + 0 gives 0. 0 and 1 gives 1. 1 + 0 gives 1. 1 + 1 gives 0, plus a carry of 1 to next higher column. So that is like 1 + 1, 0, carry a 1 in the next higher column. Now 1 + 0 is 1. 1 + 1 once again 0 and 1 carry. 1 + 1, 0, carry 1, 1 above, and 1. So the answer is 1. So this is a basic structure. Now, once again, I'm going to give you guys a question. So you have to solve that. Okay, so this is a question giving you 3 minutes to solve this question. Now, don't use calculator because calculator is going to give you the answer in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you want the rules, so the rules are very simple. You can see, wait a while. You can see the rules here. 0 + 0, same. In addition, in normal addition, we are having 0, 0 + 1, same. We are having 1, 1 + 0, 1. Only in 1 + 1, we gives 0 and carry the 1 to the next column. So this is the basic normal structure of the addition. So I'm giving you 3 minutes or 5 minutes to solve this question. Let's come back. Pradeep, if you are feeling sleepy, then you can simply leave the class. Not a big deal. प्रदीप, आपसे सबसे पहले आंसर चाहिए हमें. I want the answer from your side first of all. Pradeep Kumar.
Sir, hello.
Yes, Bhagat.
Yeah, is it 100 11 11 11?
I hadn't solved it yet. Sorry for that. And let's see that if others are also having
Okay.
the same answers, then yeah, I can try.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, I can also try to solve. The question is very, very easy. Very, very easy. Anyone apart from Bhagat?
Yes, sir. I also get to the same answer. 100 11 11 11.
Very, very easy. You were not having the any type of thing of 1 and 1, addition of 1 and 1. It was simply 1 plus 0, 1, 0 and
I
1,
also
1.
got the same.
Same.
I also got the same answer, sir.
Chalo, very good, very good. Everyone is getting the same answer, then I think so it's perfect. And I'm also having the same answer. So yeah, that's perfect. All right, so this is a very basic thing. Now what happened in the computer language is that, let me just try. 1 the 000101010 0001010110. Okay, I think so it's perfect. Suppose if you receive this type of code, actually, if you receive this type of code, so this actually also means your answer. Okay, at the position of addition, we receive 2 zeros. This is very, very important to understand that in computer language, if you somehow receive this particular code or any type of other code at the position of addition, you can say that you are receiving 2 zeros. Suppose if I'm going to write this, so the answer is what you have told me right now. Okay, so in actually this code is like meant to be equal to this, but the only thing which I did is I have just simply put the addition sign instead of the double zero. तो अगर मैं ये कहूँ, suppose if I'm going to say this, that this number and plus this number, how would you solve this? That what is the meaning of this number? I know it's a little bit complex and tricky, but still this is like something very, very basic thing. You can simply try to understand that at the position of double zero, I have just taken a symbol plus. In the computer language, the addition simply means double zero. So here we are having the double zero combination at the two places. One can be, one can be these two zeros. The addition can be between these two zeros, and one position can be these two zeros. So how basically we know that which zero is, or which pair of zeros is the plus sign? Any one of you, any guesses or any तुक्काफिकेशन? हिंदी में अगर कहें तो हमें कैसे पता है कि ये दो जीरो में प्लस लगेगा कि ये दो जीरो में प्लस लगेगा? How would we know that in which pair of zeros we are having the plus sign? अरे कोई तुक्का उक्का मार सकता है, कोई इश्यू नहीं है, तुक्का तो सभी मार सकते हैं। सब ब्लैंक हुए पड़े हैं ना, सही है। सबकी शक्ल देख के ऐसा लग रहा है तारे जमीन पर वो नहीं था, वो कौन था हमारा, रेहान था, ईशान, ईशान है ना। सबकी शक्लें वैसी बनी पड़ी हैं ईशान की तरह। ये समझ में नहीं आ रहा चल क्या रहा है यहाँ पे। ठीक है, the persons who are understanding very properly, that's perfect for them. The persons who are not able to understand, you can see that we were having the 3 zeros here. We were having the 3 zeros here, and I have taken the plus addition here, the starting of the 2 zeros. So as usual, here also it would happen after 0, 1, we would having the plus sign, and the same goes with the result of here, right? Easy or difficult? So the plus sign is going to be here, and the numbers is going to start from here, 0 to like this, right? Easy to understand?
May I ask you
Without
a
it?
question, sir?
Sure, you can.
Yes, sir. Why has it been started from there itself?
Why is that started from there only? Because as usual, if
Yep.
any number which is ending with 0, any binary number which
Yes.
is ending with 0, the computer itself removes
Okay.
that 0. The computer itself removes that 0 because in the
Okay.
computer language, it's the value of 0 is off. If you know about the logical
Okay.
gates and NAND or NOR, there are many logical gates. So in logical gates, we are having OR and OFF function, on and off function actually, right? और ये जो चीजें होती हैं ये bits and bytes में होती हैं.
Okay.
That means the some bits are on, which is known to be the by 1, and some bits are off, which are known to be the by the 0. So as usual, there is no value of 0 inside the computer. कोई value नहीं होती इनकी, right? Okay. Now this
Yeah.
was the basic structure.
Sir, once again, can you please explain this one?
Which one?
No, you told me to do this one.
Which one? I didn't understand that. What the question is yours? What do you want to understand from this structure or this binary code? Okay, if you guys are having any questions, then you can ping me up in the chat section personally. That's not a big deal. Now we are having 3 minutes left upon. You guys can simply re-enter on the same ID and password once again. But before that, we are simply going to work on the subtraction of the binary numbers. Now in subtraction, we are having the same subtraction which goes in the normal mathematics: 1 minus 1, 0, 0 minus 0, 0, 1 minus 0, 1, 1 minus 1, 0. What is important thing in subtraction is that whenever you are subtracting 0 from 1, 0 minus 1, so you are simply going to write 1, but you are going to borrow the number 2. This is the basic concept. Now let's like something go in the binary subtraction. So this is the universal rule for binary subtraction: 0 minus 0, 0, 1 minus 0, 1. Simple mathematics. 1 minus 1, 0. 0 minus 1 gives us 1 with a borrow from the next column. So let's see an example. Now this is an example. So you can see that we are having the example this 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0 minus blah, blah, blah. So, okay, I'm simply going to check this out. You can see that 0 minus 1, 0 minus 1, we have borrowed 2 from the another 0, but as usual, this is also a 0, we can't. So first of all, we are going to solve this 0 minus 1. Minus 1 is cancelled out. We are having the remainder as 0. We receive the number 2 here. What we receive? The number 2 here. And then this 2 is cancelled to the 1. And then again 2 is borrowed to the number 0. So as usual, now you are not going to say 2 minus 1, 1. No, 0 minus 1 gives 1, and you have received the number 2 from here. 1 minus 1 equal to 0. So that's why there is no value of 0 written here in the answer. As usual, 0 has no value written here. So this is the basic concept of the binary subtraction.
Sir, can you repeat it again? didn't
We are
get
going
it
to do
exactly.
we are going to do an example, and I think so that many of you would be able to do that. It depends on the practice. Now, as
Okay.
usual,
Yeah.
let me just try to say that first of all, you can see we are having this 0 here, but for this we can take anything borrow from the next column, because next column is also having the upper value as 0. So we are going to solve this column first in order to solve this very first column. So we are going to solve the second column in order to solve the first column. So this 0, the 1 is cancelled out, the remainder is 0, and instead it is sending the number 2 here to this column. Okay, now we are having 2 here, 2 and 1. Once again, you have cancelled out 2, the remainder is 1, and you have sent the value 2 here in the very first column. So 0 minus 1, the rule basically say 1, the remainder will be 2 actually, and 1 minus 1, because you are having 1 originally. 1 minus 1 is 0, and 0 as usual, nothing. So we are having only the answer 1 being left upon, right? So this is the basic mathematics. The same goes with the multiplication, nothing very difficult. You have simply multiplied as a normal mathematics, जैसे normal maths multiply करते हैं वैसे ही कर दिया, and then we are having the addition rules here. So you have simply added, you already know about the addition. So you can simply solve to the addition. So you guys can join on the same ID and password, and then we are simply going to work on some examples.